Hello, all. Welcome back to Melanin Madam. Tonight we have a very nice topic for you guys. Get your pen and paper. I'm just saying, y'all about to learn some shit because anybody trying to be a big old fraud victim this year. I'm going to have our co-host introduce herself, and then we'll get into the topic. Wait, hopefully you in a hoodie, you relax, you didn't took your bun down, you don't have anything stressing you out because it is a very cozy day.
It is.
It is.
Well,
So
you
I
know what?
will.
It wasn't the same temperature up here as it was down there. When I left from up here this morning, it was sunny, and about time I got to mommy house, it was drizzling. So it literally
Mm,
the weather was all the way different.
that'd be interesting to me.
That it really do. It really do. When I got
It
down there, I
do.
was like, I needed a jacket. Shoot.
Yeah. So I went out real quick. Wait, first introduce yourself and then
Yes. Hi everybody. It's Rose. Happy Taco Tuesday. I guess I need to change it to something else because is y'all even going to Taco Tuesday anymore?
I don't think nobody goes to Taco Tuesday, but
I
people
think in
definitely
LA,
have Taco Tuesday.
they still have Taco Tuesdays.
Oh, then we're talking to the people in LA. That's cool.
Yeah.
We
Happy
diversifying our
Tuesday.
portfolio.
Yeah, happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yeah, listen. Uh, no, I made enchiladas though. I
Oh,
didn't
there
eat them,
there
but
you
I
go.
made that. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know, but let me tell you. That shit's weird because when you be driving, because all the cities are so close together, when you be driving through one and your all your all your power start kicking on in your car, if you have one that is I don't know what the hell you call our cars, where stuff just start coming on because it's raining, your windshield wipers just start
Mhm.
going by themselves and stuff like that. And then you hit the next city and it's like burning up hot. So you taking off your sweater in the car, turning the heater back off. Like
That's
California
literally
is bipolar.
that's literally how it was. I left. It was a little bit cooler today, so I was like, "Oh, let me put on a sweatsuit." But I wasn't bringing no jacket with me because it was just a little cooler. It was still the sun was out and everything, and literally 45 minutes away, it was drizzling.
Who needs the car washed? Okay, so let's start with the things you should not do
Mm-hmm.
for the holiday season. And we actually have a list. So let's get started. So the first one, you want to do a ghetto first one or you want to do a real first one?
I get on one.
Okay.
I'm like, I get on
A
one.
ghetto one. I need a little entertainment. Okay, so um you know, a lot of the things that we can accept is because we've been taught to forgive family members and stuff like that, right? Y'all might want to catch up because ain't no more big mamas to save y'all. Something we not gonna do this year is deal with nobody's badass kids that steal or your uncle or auntie that's a recovering crack addict, but not really recovering. They only recover on the holidays to come up. Listen, y'all got social media because y'all be out there making videos too. So let me tell you, we're not finna deal with you this year. Praise
Mm-mm.
God. I do not have that in my family. Thank you, Jesus. No, for real. That's a blessing. Ain't nobody hiding a purse in their trunk this year. Ain't nobody finna sit. But what you are gonna do, because fraud is bigger than just your family, is lock your credit cards, freeze your credit report, and also freeze check system. So you can also freeze being able to open a checking account because
Mm-mm.
as Zero British has taught us with all of her various forms of fraud, they all still live and cracking. And it's very interesting how other people could get things much faster than you, but you can't.
For
And they
real.
even had a whole shopping spree at Christmas time on your dime while you trying to figure out how to make sure to get things for get dinner for you and your kids because this economy is crazy right now. Mhm. So that's one of them. Ain't nobody finna deal with the family thief. Okay. You know what's sad? That includes some people's parents because they people be putting credit cards in their own kids' names just to get
Uh-huh.
stuff done. Oh, I guess you don't have to be on drugs. Ain't nobody finna deal with none of y'all fraud this year. You going to jail. We pressing charges. Because that's the only way you can get this stuff removed is if you press charges. You going to jail. Hmm. So the next one. Overspending on gifts. That is actually number one. So flossing and buying what your kids do not deserve or even want. Don't do it.
You, girl, you already know how I feel about Christmas.
You should have wore a Scrooge costume or a
I
Grinch.
really should have because I don't want to spend no money at all. Like I
Don't.
I hate Christmas. I hate it. Just because of stuff like this. It's not about Christmas anymore. It's just about people overspending on gifts and being broke, trying to floss and all that. Buying toys for your kids that don't deserve it, or kids they only gonna play with that stuff for about 2 weeks. Or the older kids want the stuff that's $1,000 and all that don't even deserve it. Y'all can't even read at the grade level that you're supposed to be in. But y'all want to put all that on social media, what y'all bought y'all kids, and all you do it for your kids. Ask me who I do it for.
Social media. I
I
really agree with
honestly
that.
hate Christmas. I hate Christmas. But like I said before, I'm glad my son is little. I can buy him one toy. He don't know the difference. Now I will buy a Christmas tree and stuff just because I do like
The
decorations and stuff.
traditional part.
Yeah, but as far as buying gifts, no, I'll buy him a Christmas tree and I'll buy him, like last year, I bought him a Christmas tree and it was really personalized to him. All the ornaments was cars because he loves cars. So all of them
Um,
different kind of cars. And I made that for him. But as far as I be telling people they don't gotta buy me nothing, buy him nothing. I just hate it. Like spending to me, Christmas is about spending time. But
listen, if anybody's listening, you all know me. If you buy me something, I'm telling you now, I'm giving it back. I don't want nothing else. I mean it with my whole heart. If you're gonna do something for me, donate to Divine Purpose or um I don't want nothing. I don't need nothing. I want a lot of things. That's my problem. Everybody wants a lot of things, but I don't have. If you know me and you love me,
you know, that's what I
don't
be
buy
saying.
me.
That's how we are. You don't gotta buy us. Now I'll take that back. Now, if everybody wanted to pitch in and buy me the Usher tickets to the Usher,
Oh, never mind. Change your mind. Okay. So let's add
y'all
that
can
to
buy me that
yes.
collectively.
I that's interesting. I was going to say gift cards, but I prefer for the money for me. I prefer for the money to go to Divine Purpose. But now that we're talking about Usher, forget that nonprofit. Yes, it's my nonprofit, so I can say that. Forget that nonprofit. Yes, you actually can send me the money so I can buy them tickets. Because let me tell you, I ain't never bought Usher tickets. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I've already seen. I saw the show before it even came out.
Yeah, you did see it when it
For
before
my
it came
brother.
out.
Yeah. So now, like, the desire to go is simply because he's performing, and I've never gone this long without seeing him. That's a separate show. I'm in a whole relationship with him in my head.
Girl, a lot of
Okay.
it, the women there is in the relationship in their head. So I need my tickets to be down there where he could come sing to me. And
But
I want
see, that's no, please don't sing to me. You know my ass gets embarrassed. But no, I'm used, and that's another thing. I'm used to the shout out to his drummer,
I
and my
know.
brother-in-law is so close. So
Aaron,
condolences to
what's his name?
Aaron. Aaron.
Spears. Yeah.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Condolences to Aaron's family, his wife, his children, everybody that's on that stage with him every day, because your work people become your family. And no, they have been together for 20 plus years. And
Oh,
so my brother not doing well with it. And imagine, the things you talk about that people get paid for, right? If that was any other job, you could call off. You
mm-hmm.
can't call off with something like that, and you still have to do it. And imagine I can't imagine. I prayed over my brother. I reached out to him to make sure he was okay. He is not okay. But you still have to keep going because all of those people are about to show up, you know, and that's a drummer, like, and
That's a
their
key
friends.
part. Yeah, that's a
It-
key part of the
yeah,
music.
yeah, you don't just switch out a drummer. Like Usher has his. How many people have hired a DJ? My brother is he is his DJ, plus he does producing, plus he does music, which by the way, my brother has a concert. It's sold out though. Never mind. At the Yamaha. But imagine you up there, you looking for your person, you used to the cues, like I feel bad for all of them. Because that's a hard one. Y'all know I don't deal with death well at all. So that's even more reason why I need the tickets. I'm sad because my brother's sad. So let's see. Well, we're next. Number 2 is we are not going to have impulse buying. So impulse buying, you don't need it. We just talked about it. So this is what impulse buying could be as well. It could be guilty buying to that mother that's saying, well, I buy extra because the dad not around, or the dad that buys extra because the mom not around, and still I revert back to the first one. And your badass kids don't even deserve it.
Can't
Apology
read.
buying.
Right.
No, what were you saying?
I said can't read, can't write. Here I go again.
They can't even put their little toys together or what you bought them, but they can play that damn video game. And no apology buying either. Because I'm gonna let you men in on a little tip. Us real women, we know when you buying us an apology gift, and that's why that motherfucker sits in the corner. I have several things that are collecting dust. I'm just saying. And no, they are not from the man that put a ring on my finger. Or purchase love. So those people that feel like if they, everybody's not cool with their family. Some people are estranged and it's just not comfortable. So you think that by buying this person this thing, they will love you. By buying this person this thing, they will be nice to you. So don't do it. It's not worth it. And that's not what Christmas is about, actually.
It's not at all.
Don't do it. Using your credit cards or borrowing without a plan to pay off the balance and tax season is not your paying back plan.
To me, I feel like if you don't got the money to buy it, don't buy it. Because you putting stuff on credit, that means you didn't have the money to buy it. Now, it's different if you put some stuff on layaway. Like I don't even know if places still do layaway. But like, don't Walmart do it?
They go back and forth. Some years they be doing it and some years they don't. And I believe the last time they did it, remember you had to get it out so that most people used to do layaway to keep the stuff away from your kids. That was the real reason why people did it. But now it's so early that you got to get the stuff that most people like, well, do it for what? I don't want to get the stuff now. So it didn't go well last time.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't have the money to get it and you got to put it on credit cards and all that, then you don't need it. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a Scrooge. That's why I feel like that. But I do feel like if you don't have the money and you put it on maxing out credit cards when you ain't even going to have the money to barely pay your credit card back.
It's just not financially wise. So it has nothing to do with being a Scrooge. So some things, I think that there's a period of time where people blow caution to the wind or a particular thing may happen where, like right after the fire, I didn't give a damn. I blew a whole credit card out on these kids, but I had the money to pay it back. It just needed to be split into 2 payments. So basically, and I had 0% interest. If it makes sense, go ahead and do it because you never want to use your cash if you can use credit and you build in points and all of that. Make sure it just makes sense. What we're saying is don't go out there and blow out a credit card that you cannot, it says you have no plan to pay it back. And it shouldn't be, well, if I stretch this out over the next 12 months because everything you just got on sale, you just increase the price back up and you pay probably double. It don't make sense. if you truly want to like blow out your Christmas, and you can. It's plenty of Christmases I blew out. It's plenty of birthdays and all of that. But I do what I need to do in advance so that I could blow shit out for my kids. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't do it just because. And they're great kids. So the rule that the one that says don't even buy the things because they don't want it, hell, that's me. I had to learn that the very hard way. That was me. They didn't want that shit. I was buying stuff that most kids was saying they wanted when they was like, TT, I want this. I would buy that, and I'd be like, that's impossible that that's all they want. Christmas presents would be meeting us at the stairs in the bathroom. It was ridiculous, and they didn't care. That's why it was ridiculous. That's not a flex. That's a hey, stupid. Why are you doing this? Don't do that. Don't. It's not even once. The shit ends up everywhere. I found brand new clothes in the garage. Like I told you, I didn't like this kind of pants.
Yep.
And you can't even be like, you ungrateful mother.
Because they told you don't get it.
They told me don't get it. They are very particular with what they like. You need to also, at the holiday season, a tip is to not be, so do not prioritize your financial goals over what you want. I would say that, no, Ro, what would you say? What's the financial goal that most people can familiarize themselves with that should not trump that amount of money should be more important to go to that versus spending it at Christmas time?
What type of person?
What type of priority? So what's more important than spending money on Christmas?
Everything. Make sure you have a roof over your head. Make sure you have something to eat. Your kids have something to eat. Make sure you can pay your car payment and then your insurance. Make sure you guys have clothes on your back. Like, it's a million things that's more important than buying Christmas gifts. Make sure that y'all electricity is on next month. January 1st, while you buying all that stuff for December 25th. Like, have some priorities. You need to make sure you could keep your household priorities up before you do that. If you don't have extra money for that, but that's what I'm saying. Our generation now don't think like that because they're all about social media and what, flossing and flexing on social media, what they bought and all that. So they're not even thinking about that. We won't even know. Y'all doing all that. Some of y'all mattresses is on the ground. Y'all got sheets on y'all windows.
Did you see Q's bed?
Who?
Q.
Did I see his dad?
𝒀𝒐𝒏𝒆.
Did I see his dad?
Bed.
Oh. Oh my gosh. When that lizard fell on him?
Yeah.
Yes, that's when he showed it. Yeah, but you know what? I was shocked, but I kind of wasn't because Al and Claudia literally always talk about Q in his bedroom, talking about what he don't got no bed. They be like, he don't got no I can't even think, pillowcases on his pillows. And so when I seen his bed, I was like, you know what, Q?
Oh, boy for me. I was like, why is he taking a picture at that angle?
Some people don't be having headboards, but my thing is,
the sheets too, Ro. Those are common sheets.
Yeah. My thing is with Q, you'll make too much money. Like it ain't even no reason for you. It ain't like you flossing or nothing. But I think he really just don't care.
It's not like he's flossing. Yes, he does. And in fact, last week.
No. I'm saying it's not like he think he's above everybody like that. So that
yes, he does. Or is that a persona thing? Is that a thing that he just does when he posts, when he be saying he a rich white woman?
Yeah, he just be playing, I think, when he say that.
But then why would he got in his car? He's like, oh yeah, I got the top down in my Mercedes and
But he always say that just like when he eating his food, he be like, oh, I'm eating like say steak and lobster. I'm eating steak and lobster. What y'all
What y'all hoes eating?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what y'all eating? So it's just like that. So I
Oh.
really wasn't surprised that his room was like that. But I'm like, Q, you make too much money. You literally can have interior
Designer.
Thank you.
But he got a housekeeper.
Okay, but still, the housekeeper ain't gonna do that. You
No, what I'm saying is, what you got a housekeeper? What's she keeping? Like, I need a housekeeper because all this shit. I need somebody.
but he
Like, it
said
ain't
that
regular
she
dust. Like, he can do like this and dust.
yeah, he said that she cleaned up his house because it was dirty, but his bed just looked regular, like you said, like a college room. Like he had that. Girl, I was like, Q, I know you not.
Even the color, even the colors, that navy blue color threw me off. Like, is that cotton?
And girl, you know, and then just think of he said he stayed in a luxury apartment and everything.
Yes.
But I think that he's the type, like, he don't care about probably his bedroom and all that. Like he said the other day, like the people that come in there ain't gonna care about that. Like they care about what they about to do. So he probably don't really.
So he flossy with stuff other people could see.
Probably his clothes and stuff.
So back to the social media thing.
Yeah, but inside of his house, he don't care. But literally, he can afford. That's the difference between some of the other people. Literally, it's not like he don't got his priorities together. He probably really just don't care. Like literally, we see he don't care. But other people,
who would do that? Like,
girl,
you didn't turn around with a white wall behind you. I'm like, it ain't even a piece of artwork, nothing. Like,
it don't seem like it was. He said, I think he was saying he didn't even wear jewelry or nothing. That I forgot who it was that Gary was the one first told him about like,
and that was this year or something.
That was this year. So
wow,
all of it really makes sense to me. He probably just needs some help. He probably need whoever his little partner is now. If he's more,
he probably needs some help. No, I would not have sex with him on that bed.
No, I mean he needs help. Maybe whoever his partner is now can help him spiffy his room. He funny to me though. When I seen that, I was laughing though too. And you see,
I was crying, and then it got to the point where I don't know what angle it hit, but it hit a particular angle, and I was like, "Wait, what did I just see?" I was like,
"And girl, I see now. You about to make me go back and
look better than that."
You about to make me go back and look at the comments because when I seen it, I was like, "Q, you know what, that bedroom." But after that, I didn't even think of it because I'm like, "That's cute." I didn't even think nothing of it because it literally kind of did not surprise me. But like I said,
nobody even focus on the lizard.
Nobody focus on the lizard, and then
no.
So that's what I'm saying. But like I said, the thing about him is he can afford it. These other people that's doing that can't even afford to be doing what they doing, but they doing it. He could afford to do all this.
And to be clear, guys, we're talking about this because the way that Q talks, 𝒀𝒐𝒏𝒆, if y'all don't know him, he's on TGIF as well, friends with Dr. Heavenly, all that stuff. But he's
and we'll talk about you like a dog.
And we'll talk about you like every post he posts is what you white back bitch doing.
Girl, he be having me dying laughing.
He's like, fuck them kids. Like, he is so funny. It's so funny. Some stuff is not funny because it had gotten to the point where he was talking about black women too much. And 1 week straight, every black woman was just going in on him. Like, you might want to slow down because now you being offensive and we are your demographic. So you don't want us to stop watching you. How about that, honey? He switched that shit up real quick. And you know what? Sometimes it's that person's, you got to realize your name doesn't say your name. That's not you. That's your character, if you will. That's a part of you. That's a part of your brand. And so the right thing to do if somebody says something, that's why I don't get offended when people say if they don't like something, because I want you to tell me that. So then I could do something different or mix it up. That's what should happen. This ain't me. I don't give a damn if you tell me you don't like every single thing. Then I'm gonna be like, okay, well, what should I do? What we doing next? Like, I don't know. But this motherfucker is crazy. And that bed, now y'all gonna go look. But It's funky.diva. And it's posted on Instagram. So he stays in Florida. He was laying in his bed. I guess he got a ceiling fan up there and a lizard dropped down. So he broke his neck getting out the bed. I would have loved to see that. Oh, I wish he had cameras in his house.
Girl, that's what everybody was saying. They would have loved to see that. Like they would have loved to see that.
Everywhere. It was water everywhere. And the first thing he did was went live. So you could still see, like, I think it was just a reminder, a trigger for most people, because you looked at the bed and it was that blue color. Y'all know what I'm talking about, of the sheets. And then it was water stains on it. So it looked like a dirty kid's bedroom, because who does that? But it's not that. It's that he had just, jumped out the bed. The first thing he did was went live. But the shit was hilarious. You gotta go see it. When you see them, the jersey sheets, I'm like, what is the name of these sheets? The jersey sheets that most people have for the winter. You put them on your kids' bed so you can stay warm. Yeah, because they won't keep their socks on. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
That on my bed. I can't sleep with that kind of sheets.
I can't.
Like, I'm too grown for that. I'm literally too grown for cotton sheets. I don't even think
I'm not too grown for cotton sheets. Because no, and let me tell y'all, this is another thing. Don't do things because other people say do things. Because what was it? That was 32 when I was with old boy. And remember, y'all was telling me this then. What, Asia? You don't have silk sheets, blah blah blah. And remember, I put them
silk sheets. I hate silk sheets.
Somebody, it was on Facebook and it was y'all, and y'all said it, and I put them damn sheets on my bed, but I wore silk pajamas. And remember, I slid across.
Oh yeah, I remember you did say that. But I remember I got silk sheets too, just because I thought they was pretty. Girl, I hate silk sheets because first of all, they're too hot. And then you slip it and slide it. To me, the silk sheets is neck and neck with the cotton. It has to be a certain thread count for me.
Yes.
It's almost got to be over 800. Like, yes. I cannot have a low thread count. I just can't. Like, I feel like they get the little lint balls in them. I can't.
Or you get too hot and then you take it off and you get real cold and then you get real hot. Like, it's
too much stuff that I can't have. So that's what I'm saying. I am too old for cotton sheets. I can't just have regular cotton sheets. I can't.
So then I'll change it, because our birthday and Christmas is coming up. First of all, this year, our friends make too much fucking money. We want 2 gifts. I changed my mind. We want 2 gifts. We want one for Christmas and we want one for our birthday. I don't care what it is. And don't be walking in talking about it's your birthday next month. Okay, we got y'all. We're going to do the same thing. Because let me tell you, baby, I didn't hand out a whole bunch of gifts this year. And people was looking real interesting when I walked in. But let me tell you, we got expensive things that we need because we're getting older. It has nothing to do with being bougie. It got everything to do with your body changes. Like, y'all don't understand.
Yeah, I'll take
get us gift cards.
A heated blanket or something like that. Like, I'm for real. I'm really easy, but you really don't have to buy me nothing because I'm gonna buy it myself anyways. I really will buy it myself. So you really don't. But if you do, think of something that people really like. Don't just buy people stupid stuff just to say that you bought them something. And a lot of people do that. I just think like,
yeah, like please don't.
Yeah, like I said before, my perfect Christmas would just be all me and my family together. And I swear to God, that would be a perfect Christmas for me. Just us eating and doing TikToks and stuff like that and having fun playing, I was about to say musical chair, but that too. But lip singing and doing all that. Like, I love Christmases and any holiday like that. You don't have to buy me nothing. That would be perfect for me.
You don't have to, but I do like men that pay attention. I like men. I like people that pay attention, but I like men that pay attention because that's your other half. So my favorite gift from my other half was a backpack, and it was a travel backpack because I traveled for work at that time. Mm-hmm. And inside of it was like, it has side pockets, the front pocket, side pocket, and in the inside pocket it had lip glosses, and then it had pineapples in there, and it had Jergens lotion. That was my and then he put a collage together of all the pictures since we started dating that I didn't even think that he had. That was my favorite gift from him, and then my favorite gift from the one before him. I woke up and this one Christmas, it was gifts under the tree, but I didn't know where they came from. And so I opened them and it was a pair of shoes and something else. But this pair of shoes, I was like, whoever bought these really know me. I'm telling the family, I'm like, y'all did a good job. I'm happy. I'm like, y'all did a good job. I love these shoes, blah, blah, blah. The phone rings and the person called and was like, Merry Christmas, blah, blah, blah. I'll be over later. I'm like, okay. And then he was like, did you like your gifts? And I was like, oh yeah, I loved all of them. I was like, they finally got this gift right. Like, I really love these shoes, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, they did? And I said, yeah. Mom says, I keep telling you it's from Santa Claus. And I'm like, Rachel. She like, no, him. I said, oh. I was like, I didn't even know. He had delivered it the day before, and you can hear his music coming from down the street. So he done crept in the house and everything, and I never even knew that he was here. I thought that was amazing because it was for real, like I had a real life Santa Claus. So that was special. So those kind of things.
It is different when your other half do it and men pay attention, because a lot of men won't pay attention to that. So if you get a man that really pays attention to stuff that you like we do, well, I won't say all women, but I know our sign Aquarius, we do that.
Aquarius do.
We really do pay attention to what you like and everything, and we'll do that. But I like that too, when a man really pays attention to you and knows.
Mom, do you remember that Christmas? Those actually made it through the fire. Can you believe it? I didn't have to get rid of them. From smoke damage, I was able to get them clean. But those two are my favorite experiences. And then I have the ones from kids, but we're talking about as adults. Y'all don't give a damn about me as a kid. Y'all want to know who's in my bed? Nobody. Let's see. The next one is neglecting to save for holiday expenses. Save in advance and only spend that. Do you know? Oh, you do remember. He said hi, by the way, Mom. So some banks and I know some groups do it, but I don't know how to do it. Like a holiday account. Have you heard of those? No? Okay. So there are some banks that do it as well, like a Chase. You can tell them you want to set up a holiday account. You set up how much you want to contribute whatever your cadence is. Cadence means frequency, whatever that is. And then the money is put into that account. And then at a certain point, you can take it out, but you can't take it out before then. You have to keep it in so you can meet your goal. So it's like that. And it's your holiday account so that you can go Christmas shopping. Some people do it at different times. They might want to do it for a family vacation or whatever. And then the one that I've heard of that groups do, usually like at work where it's big groups, everybody puts in a certain amount every month. And once a month, somebody gets the pot.
Yeah, so it's like a pyramid thing, because I used to do that.
But everybody gets their money though. Nobody doesn't get money. Their money.
You get it all. Everybody always got money. Ours was like every month it would be a different person. It was like $2,000.
Okay.
But everybody, I think every pay period, I think we put like $100 or $150 in it like that. So we did that too. I did that before.
And that's a nice way. So people, I don't want nobody else holding my money. Well, apparently you can't hold it in a savings account, right. So you should. And I think that if you can do things like that and you trust the group, I've just never been a part of one. I do the first one. I put money up that way. But I started that when I was 25. So now that I'm older, a Christmas savings account. Yeah, That's what it's really called that. And it was made for that specific thing. But um, once you get more used to doing it, you can do it on your own and put it away and leave it like that if you don't want to take the risk or whatever. But it's generally not a risk. Most people continue to do it because, again, you got to work with these people. You know, you don't want to be
right.
You know, so
you didn't got your money and now you want to stop paying.
And I think it's great if you want to. It's something that I feel is community. So I would do something like that for community, meaning I talk about, you know, the stress of my finances openly because I'm not balling like that. But I'm also very aware that I am blessed. I'm also very aware that there are people that need help. And so anytime I have a opportunity to help, I do, which is why I'm in debt now. But I would do something like that because think about the single mom who, for her to save $1,000, 500. Most people, by the way, do not have $600 put away. Say even right now that lets you know, and it's not crazy. That just lets you know how blessed you are. And then some people do overspend. But let's think about the one that can't. They can't get to that because them looking at their kid needing something is going to make them keep doing that thing instead of having the discipline and the strength to do it, right? If you do it in a group like that, they get to do that big thing that they want to do. And so to me, I just think that sometimes you got to think a little bit bigger than just yourself.
Yeah.
I think you should do it if you can. Rose said she did it. I know cousin does it. I know quite a few people that do it. I just worked in HR and different stuff like that. So we didn't even buy lotto tickets together. Like if you see a bunch of stuff, you just don't want to do certain things because you'd be like, I saw that case study. You get afraid. Economy doesn't help at all. Y'all, people are struggling. They are struggling. And whether it is self-inflicted because they got all that PPP and blah, 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 and now it's gone. Focus on the kids, right? But then also focus on protecting yourself. So the next one is while you're out, and I don't even want to talk about that. My check just cleared. I think I'm gonna need to go back to therapy for these bills. Like this shit is wild.
It really is. It really is.
Bro, it's wild. Like y'all know I try to stay as positive as I can because certain shit, if I write it down and look at it the way that it really is, these last maybe 5 years, I am a big cry. I will cry. I will cry and just break down. Like I'll cry on one end, like, how the fuck am I finna do this? And then I don't just have me. I got my niece and nephew. My mom don't ask me for nothing, but that's my mom. Like, stop playing. And then I have my godchildren. And I told y'all in advance, this year is a big year for each and every one of them. My ass been getting hit back to back. Like Harley's about to be 5. It's her 5th. I've been getting my ass whooped. I'm just gonna say that. But then
Girl,
by the time
I'm telling you,
I'm tired. But bro, your situation is the same. Like, but by the time I circle back around, then I'm crying because I'm so grateful because
I am grateful. But my thing is, like, for Amir's 5th birthday, everybody was like, "You got to give him a party." I was like, "No, I don't."
No, you don't.
Where do it say in the rules that when your child turns 5, you got to do it? I was like, I've been said, once I seen how expensive birthdays was and how much I was spending, I was like, to me, I'd rather us go on vacation somewhere.
Yes.
All the money that I'm spending on a couple of hours of a birthday party, I can take him somewhere for the weekend. And this year was the first year that I didn't do a birthday party. And
but look how much fun he had.
Yeah, I didn't do no birthday party. I was like, I'm not doing no birthday party. I was like, I'm gonna take him somewhere. And I was like, oh, he liked the snow and all that. So let me see if he gonna like Big Bear. We stayed up there for 3 days and he had the time of his life.
Girl.
And that was way better than me spending all that money for a day, a couple of hours for a birthday party. So I was like, shoot, I can take him to Big Bear every year for his birthday because it's always gonna be snowing around that time of year.
Right.
And then everyone's like, it's his fifth birthday party. I was like, if y'all want him to have a party, then y'all
Then
go.
you give it. Yeah. Harley, so we thought I was so this little girl. So y'all, this actually goes into if you sit down and have these family talks, and that's what this channel is about, just talking. I may not get to everything on this list, but I'll revisit it because as you think about it, you think about how you can apply it to your everyday life. Make sense, bro, and many memories, period.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what you're going to remember. The party is for everybody else. So all my god kids, when they turn 5, Disneyland is going down. That's one of them. I'm blowing this card out because you cannot look at Disneyland. If you go to Disneyland, just walk in there and be like, however you want to screw me with no grease, it's just gonna happen. Like because it's gonna happen. But I save in advance. But don't look at prices.
Look, we just went to Disneyland in June, so you're not going back in January for your birthday, sir.
No, this is what she tells us. So they take me to dinner last week, and she says, Hilda says, tell your godmom what you told me. And I'm like, what? I want to go to Vegas.
How she know about Vegas?
It's Harley. It's Harley. Okay. And she's the only child. So I think we've taken her with us before. I know her grandma took her. She went out there with Auntie Tina. And they all went and stuff. But what she was most excited about, it was summertime and it was a pool. That's what she remembered. Mm-hmm. She didn't really get to see the lights because by the time it got night from her swimming all day, she was doing that. But she was burnt out. But her birthday is Thanksgiving weekend. So had we known this, we would have booked way then. So now we paying Disneyland money to go to Vegas because she's serious. She's like, no, I don't want to go to Disneyland. I want to go to Vegas. And I was like, a holiday weekend? And I ain't never going to push her birthday back, whether it's a holiday weekend or not, because I don't want nobody to do that to me. But Thanksgiving weekend?
Girl, you just think Amir's birthday is a holiday weekend too. It's MLK.
Yep. So that's what I'm saying. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, everybody is still off, but I'll still rather do that. But Disneyland, I'm glad he got that out. He was on Disneyland for like 2 months after we took him. Now and it calmed down. Like, boy, we're not about to go back to Disneyland again. Like that's a lot of money to go to Disneyland. Every day after that, he wanted to go to Disneyland, and we was able to cut all the lines.
Girl, every time a bag get packed, because most of my Delta stuff be out there and whatnot. Okay, hotel in Beverly Hills, and we're in Vegas. Period. She too smart. She too smart. You already know her, and I'll fight her. So it's best to just go to Vegas. But here's the thing. She used to like when I would come there because check-in time or whatever. And I always stayed at the hotel when I stayed out there for a Delta event or a PGP event or whatever. But I'll be getting dressed. But as soon as I bring that luggage in the house, luggage mean, girl, we went to Jamaica. When I took my car over there, whatever. I'm bringing my luggage in to move some stuff around. She comes out the back with her luggage.
Girl, these kids be too smart.
She didn't talk to, I want to go on vacation. Everything is vacation. And I'm like, you're not going with us this time. Oh, yes, I am. I go everywhere with y'all. I'm going. And I'm like, baby, you're not going with us. I'm going on vacation. I'm getting on the plane. The whole way to the airport, she was like, I was like, you're not going to say bye to me? When we call home, she didn't want to talk to us. So apparently we're going to Vegas. Now here's the gag for her. She thinks we flying. I'm not flying to Vegas. She likes planes. I'm sick of these damn kids.
Girl, every time we pass by Ontario Airport, Amir be like, Mommy, we going to the airport. We getting on Southwest. Mommy, is we getting on Southwest? And I'm like, Amir, come on. You know what? I'm about to make a video for Southwest to say that you need to be make a commercial for them because
I'm
he'd be
sick
like,
of these kids.
Mommy,
I'm
is we going to,
sick.
and it was crazy on Sunday. We had to drop Summer off at the airport. I'm like, Summer, oh my gosh, why didn't you tell me you had to? You needed me to drop you off because I literally would have did this before I got a mirror in the car. Soon
Right.
as he seen that airport exit, we going to the airport. I'm like, Amir, we just dropping off now, Mommy, and we going to Southwest. I'm like, no.
I cannot believe this shit. I cannot believe this shit.
I'm
I
like, y'all
can't.
kids is something else. Y'all little 4, almost 5-year-olds is something else.
I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. So, but listen, yeah, right, Mom. You're right. We did create it. But I'll say this. I'm still grateful that the village around each kid has afforded them the luxury of doing things I wish I could do at that age.
Um,
And aside from, we did have to get Harley together. Harley and Amir COVID babies are different because COVID babies was with us all the time. Life was shut down. Um, Finances was regular then, so you could have a lot more family dinners. They got to see more and do more because you could only do with your household. So I will say that they got accustomed to certain things because we would just go, me and her goddad, we would just go get a hotel just to have, different 4 walls or be somewhere different. And then every time, who he calling? Harley. Every time he calling her. So they would come and spend time with us there. So she's accustomed to these things because of the time that they were created and born. That was nothing at that time because it really wasn't. It was
it
so
really wasn't nothing.
inexpensive. Yeah,
And
and
then
we needed
after
it for
that,
our sanity.
and I think still too because they're like, well, Amir ain't a single child, but he the youngest is of such a
Period,
big,
Mama.
yeah, it's such a big age gap. That's just
Yeah.
like him saying, "Oh, Mommy, I want to go to Red Lobster." Like, Amir, you are 4. Who asks to go to Red Lobster when
They
they
eat
4?
it all the time. What do you mean? That's nothing.
Yeah, but I'm just be thinking like, who does who? You don't
They
ask for,
do.
yeah, you don't ask for McDonald's or nothing. You want Red Lobster, El Pollo Loco, Panda
Olive
Express.
Garden. Could you go make me what you want for dinner, Harley? Steak and lobster.
I just be like, I know we did not ask for these things when we were that age. We had
I
corn
did
dogs.
it.
We had not
I
even
did.
corn dogs. We had hot dogs and chips. We had
I didn't
bologna
ask for
sandwich.
this.
We had bologna sandwiches. If we wanted to spice it up, we put lettuce on
Eh,
it.
Period, because that was
And
bougie
chips. Lettuce, and we put the chips on it and crunch it up. We'll fry the
with
bologna
pickles. Mm, so good.
and then
Somebody
cut
made
it
one
up
on
and pull
TikTok and
the
it went viral. I
huh?
was like, somebody had made one on TikTok and it went viral and on YouTube. And I was like, that's just regular stuff that we did. Y'all acting like y'all came up with something. Stop playing with us. Please
Girl,
stop
and
playing with
I
us.
don't even think right now I would eat a bologna sandwich, but we used to
I
tear
love
them up.
one every now and then. I love them.
Really? I can't
Turkey
even.
bologna. Oh, I do.
Really?
Every now and then I want it just the way we had it. I want it with the thick bread with Miracle Whip,
Mm-hmm.
cheddar cheese, the sharp mild cheddar,
Mustard.
the and then I like it when the bread stick to the top of the roof of my mouth and I get carpal tunnel trying to get it out and my tongue I be ready to swallow it because I just need to get that piece of bread off the roof.
Girl, we used to be tearing them bologna sandwiches up. I'm like, boy,
Mhm.
why are you sitting up there asking for Red Lobster? We was eating bologna sandwiches.
And they're good. How about that? So now when she tried different stuff, oh girl, I made her breakfast when they came down. My rule is if you let me sleep in, you're gonna get a surprise. So I made her breakfast. So she keep asking when I go over for Tuesday night, I want some breakfast. No, she said, I want you to cook. And I'd be like, your mama cook. What you want me to cook for? I'm thinking she playing. So Hilda finally told me, no, she wants some more breakfast. And I'm like, why didn't you just say that? Because I'm like, why do you want me to cook and there's food in the kitchen? Yes, it was. That was the expensive takeout, or Bravo Burger for us, or um those type of places. But these kids don't do pizza and stuff no more. So yes, stick to, that was the neglecting one. Save in advance. So everything we just mentioned, we saved in advance for. I start saving when my baby mamas get pregnant for different things that's coming up. It's an account for each of them. I just don't like the money leaving the accounts.
Right. You be looking like, whoa.
Like, how did this happen? I know I planned for it, but how is this happening? Skylar, the only one who kept his money for graduation and everything, but he don't know what he got. And they never even asked me. That's weird. Let's see. So one more impulse buy. Let me pick another one. Oh, don't give in to social pressure. Have family relationship conversations about reasonable requests, kind of like we just did. Even right here, talk. If things have changed, sit down and talk to your family. That way, number one, you can, especially if you have kids, you can gauge the kind of things that they're thinking about that they want, and then you can set the expectation. So if they are those kids that are out there, I want this, 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 and this, and they truly believe those things will happen, because we had a JCPenney catalog that was like this thick, and I used to go through and mark everything. I knew I wasn't getting everything. I knew I was giving my list of the things that I wanted. But some of these kids, because social media, you feel like you got to get all of it.
Girl, I wish I would. I don't care if I was a millionaire, I would not do that. I would not do that.
No.
I think I would still feel the same way, because you getting all your kids everything, and then they're gonna grow up thinking that's how life is. No, you don't need everything. You can't get everything that you want.
No. And that's an important life lesson. I think it's several places where we miss Mark's twin, where we don't think about like how, like, example, you'll be like, oh, I don't want my oldest kid to babysit my youngest kid because that's not their kid. They didn't have them, blah, blah, blah. When really they should watch them sometimes, because it teaches to care for somebody else. It's lessons that go along with it. So no, not abuse it and make them a latchkey kid. But I do think our generation took God's grace. I can't even tell y'all, God's grace over some of us. It's like we are exactly where we wanted to be. We didn't know it was going to feel like this, but we still exactly where we wanted to be. And I can see it in our kids. I can. So they have this luxury of going to school, playing your sport and doing whatever, keep your room clean, and that's it. I'll keep the dishes clean, the house clean, pick you up. You don't need to walk. Just all of these things that we said when we was little girls and little boys. I'm never going to make my kids do this. But we missed the mark because we got some, and I'm saying we as a world,
right?
The most fucking ungrateful, lazy, not smart mouth ass motherfucking kids ever. We got smart, but we could pay bills, we could write a check, we could do all kind of shit. So we did feel a little bit more mature because we partners. I'm raising this. I'm running this household with you. We partners, mom. Like that. You know what I'm saying? These ones now. Ask them about a money order. They're going to be like, a what? A baseboard. Can't read in cursive. Can't do all of this stuff. And you have the most recent. We used to walk from one city to another city, not wanting to ride because the excursion of that walk and the independence and all the, and we didn't do bad things. We didn't. Sometimes it was just us. Because you in school, when we was in school, we wasn't talking and stuff like we wasn't supposed to because we respected our teachers. So it was like, I want to walk home because I want to talk to Rose. So I'm going to walk around this way instead of walking around this way. And sometimes they would walk around my way because they would be like, it's more of them than it was of me, but just me by myself. But you thought like that because we was more advanced. These kids these days will allow their friends to get in a car, where I just gave an example of, they would say, no, the game just ended. It's about 3, 4. It ain't even dark. But they like, no, we gonna walk around this way with you so we could drop you off and keep going. We dropped off on foot.
Yep.
They don't have these skill sets. They brain is so selfish. It's not.
And they don't want to walk nowhere. They want you to take them around everything.
Uber.
Yeah.
I follow parent groups and different things like that. And one girl was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my daughter. I'm sick of paying for Ubers and she's barely making it out of high school. She don't get up. I wake her up when I leave for work, but she still won't get up. So then here I am paying for all of these Ubers.
She crazy.
And Ethan?
Her at she girl.
What? And that's somebody that don't belong on a Christmas list. But I bet you she gonna have everything she wants. And then that little asshole is gonna be knocking on my door one day talking about, I'm here for my interview. Spin it around. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm telling you, it's bad. It's bad. Don't give into the social pressure, because the social is not who's raising your kids. And here's one thing I heard the other day. I was listening to City Girls interview. I like to listen to the younger people's interviews so I can get to really know them, so I can separate them from their character.
Right.
Because I want to support, especially our color. I want to support them in any way that I can. Exactly. Walk. I don't understand. I walked when I didn't have to because I was trying to stay fit.
Everything. We
Sure did.
Right.
Cheerleading uniform and everything. I would just throw my tights on under my skirt because, you know, your backpack make your skirt come up, and mine already did. Yeah, I wore my tights, okay, and my sweater. But I wanted to walk. I don't know. And as a punishment, your punishment is me spending extra money to get you a Uber? No, bitch, you finna spend your own money and you finna earn it. You finna earn this money from me. Like, I don't. Anyway, I was watching the ooh, making my blood pressure. So I was watching it, and they was talking about what R. Kelly did.
Oh.
Okay, they was talking about that and asking her if her and Diddy really did it. And she was like, man, all the trouble I got in behind that, my mama and my grandma called. I never did that before. I just know how to get people, you know, get them into, like, buying into what I'm doing and paying. I know how to get people paying attention.
She know how to get the views.
I said, did she just say that?
So basically when she said that Diddy peed on her, she was lying.
It never happened. That's never happened. She was like, I would never do that. She was like, no. And she said, and thank you to y'all for calling my grandma and telling on me. She was like, I had to calm my grandma down. I had to calm my mom down. And she was like, that part right there. What are chores? I say all that to say, again, the most authentic that I think you'll find somebody are the people that don't do those skits and things like that, and don't have those wow factors that just jump out at you, that aren't a part of everyday life. And what you should be invested more in anyway is a lesson that you can learn from something, right? What I can tell you, and you can believe me or not, every one of my shows have been 100% authentic. Even down to, there are no questions that are delivered before, except for the one where I told y'all where the list that we worked on. Remember, we did it and the girl list was better than the boy list. So I was like, if we present this, it's going to look like we did this. So we might as well just go. And then we went with the story. So we went with something else. But I was forthcoming and told y'all that. I just don't think with things that are a big deal, marriage, birth, death, things like that, sexuality, I don't think that those things should be lied about, because they drive too much. Your influence drives the behavior. So I don't think that those things should, and that's the integrity of my platform. row as well. We're having regular conversations. Y'all see, we don't have no paper. If we have a list, the list can be shown to you. And it ends up being a post right after the show because I want you to see what the things are. And it comes from research. So stop believing everything people say. And remember, Ro, we talked about that, like how all these dudes walking around thinking, oh, this 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒆, she beautiful as hell, got a banging body, and she do this. And you look fairly regular and you do this, and you got the nerve to not do it. Somebody else will. And one person that said these things actually done them. But they got these people's brains in this position to do these things that YOLO can't work for you because they're not living like that for real. These people are not living like that for real. It's people that go out and buy stuff to wear to a premiere, and if it's not gifted to them by the designer, it got something on the bottom of the shoe, so the shoe won't even get scratched. They take that stuff back, is what I'm saying. They don't keep it.
Yeah, all that their reality is not reality.
And instead of them saying that, like, oh yeah, I copped this just for this show.
The regular people spending their 9 to 5 money on the real stuff when they taking their stuff back or it's fake.
I heard that too. They stuff be fake. I was like, I mean, you can do whatever you want to, but
they have so many knockoffs and stuff that look real now. They not spending all their money. That because I used to wonder that too. Like, how is all these new little young girls coming out and could afford Chanel and Birkin bags? Like, and that's when the gay guys was like, no, it's fake.
Either that or JT off of City Girls and Young Miami's mom. They steal. They're boosters. They're professional boosters.
Those Chanel bags and all that.
No, just her regular stuff. No, now that she has what's that? It's on the tip of my tongue. The big one, the bag. Birkin. Hers is real, but y'all know she messed with Diddy. I mean, come on, that is going to be a real bag. But they could do whatever they want with their stuff. They have aligned their lives different. I just hope that they're making good decisions. So when that's over, or if it's over, it doesn't ever have to be over. But those girls are still working, is my point. You're still not seeing those girls just sit there. And she could easily be like, I date Diddy. She don't do that at all. Their record just came out and it flopped. It flopped horribly. And they sat there and was like, oh, I got to take responsibility because I didn't push it. Why are we doing interviews now? We should have did it before. I was busy taking my kids to school. So it's things like that make me connect to the person that I wouldn't have connected to before. And it's fair to get to know people. Like, I did not like them. I just didn't. No. I wasn't driven to them as an interest. And I play my own music. So like stuff like that. But I did want to see, because they're young Black women and they deserve to be supported and prayed over like anybody else. So that was really nice. Their interview on Breakfast Club. It was really nice. So with that, let's see. Oh, got that already. Okay, so hopefully y'all get ready. I'm telling you, just like this season is, depression is the highest, suicide is the highest. Sometimes it's surrounded by these things that you can't buy, that you can't do. And I work so hard. I feel like my kids deserve this and deserve that. Everybody feel like they deserve something. We all work hard. We all want everything that we have. But what we know as adults is that's not real. So that your children will understand better if there is a hiccup, start teaching them now that that's not real. When our fire happened, it happened very close to Christmas. And no way Christmas wasn't still gonna happen. But young Skylar was like, no, don't get me nothing. Get the stuff for Kiera. No, don't do this. And then that little boy, he sure can't take my heart. That's why that baby got everything out of me, because he would say stuff like that. When I hurt my back and it was time to take him to Disneyland, TT, I don't think we should go to Disneyland. Your back is hurting. He's always been like a young grandpa. So of course I blew that damn Christmas out too. He still didn't want the stuff. See, that's why it's not a flex, because they still didn't care. Like, they cared about the stuff I replaced from the fire. That's it.
Right.
That was it. That was it. But because of a loss, so it could happen at any time. So we're not pointing fingers at nobody. We sharing where we do it and what it looks like. I did it, and I did it because of the loss. Like, that's why I did it, but I still shouldn't have. So think about things like that, because we're not, put that money towards their college, put that money towards their Sweet 16 that might be coming up, and tell them it's for that. Sit down and have that conversation. Like, oh, part of your gift is we're going to start contributing to your Sweet 16. We're going to start contributing to the vacation you said you wanted. That is a gift as well. And so you can do that, and you get what I'm saying. So then they see the bigger thing that's coming that they want, and it gets them excited too. Involve your kids with that level, not the level of, I don't keep nothing from my kids and they know too much. Involve them in the places where it matters. It's a good time. It's about family. The season is about family. So what can you do to make your family better? Change your generation. Help your kids. It ain't even about changing them. Y'all, real life, it's about helping them. We already know this world is not finna coddle your kids. Everybody don't like your kids. Where you think the term can't fuck them kids? People is really starting to say that about young kids now, because they out of control, and the parents is letting them be out of control. Oh, you got beautiful kids and nobody likes them. And Ro think they stupid. Well, she don't think they stupid. She just let you know that she saw that they couldn't read Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Mommy told
that was so hard. When he was trying to read, he was like, Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Mommy told me don't say that. No, don't talk about the kids no more.
Because you said it on the last show, and we was all like,
I mean, it's
tell us how you really feel.
It's still,
she was like, kids just dumb. And they think I'm the mean one.
That's just like somebody knowing their kids is bad. Shit, I know Amir ass is bad, but I'm trying to. He has.
That's different.
But I'm still saying I'm not in denial about that shit. I'm trying to get some help for them and all that.
That's why it's different.
Yeah. So when your kids is dumb, you need to try to get some help for them. It's the same thing.
Oh, absolutely. But they be the ones contributing to it, because they're focused on what their kid is wearing versus if their kid got the homework. They want the backpack to be cute and all the supplies, but your little Timmy, the only one who got perfect college rule paper at the end of the year because he's not writing on none of the damn paper. He just ain't doing shit. Y'all going out and doing stuff after you pick them up from school. Y'all here, there, and everywhere at this friend's house doing this and doing that instead of putting family time into your kid, raising your kid. You're just dressing them up like Halloween. And then when they come out looking like a whole character and it's nothing you can do to reverse some of that mess, then what? Or you want to reach out to the village or divine purpose and you want us to help you? We got an application process and we look at our risk factor. We do, because we are all women and we all work. And we are the community is tired of making up for you doing what the fuck you just want to do. I can tell you that. So in my program, it's ran like an auntie, but like a mama. And I tell them that because I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna talk where we need to talk. And it's not open to everybody. It's open when you're ready. Because you're not about to look at the exception that I made last time and look at what all happened. No, I'm not doing that no more ever. I almost had a stroke. Okay, so hopefully, you learn how to better raise your badass kids so that they don't end up on the news for body slamming teachers for taking PS5s or taking gaming systems, which, by the way, we're going to talk a little bit about on Thursday, because I don't like the way they positioning it. They set that damn kid up. He does need help. That's the reality. He's a kid, not a grown-up. No. And the system has failed him. He didn't fail his damn self. He's autistic. Like, Ugh. But he do need his ass whooped.
It's a medication.
Our emotions be all over the place, huh? Like in real life. So, Ro, where can we find you? And what's your final thoughts for this week's topic on dumb stuff not to do for the holidays and what you should do?
I would just say to just stay in your lane. Don't try to overdo it. If you guys do believe in spoiling your kids, just do what you can. Don't try to overdo it and then be in debt afterwards over some Christmas gifts. I would just say just stay in your lane. If your lane is at the Dollar Tree, go to the Dollar Tree.
No, low key, y'all better learn how to shop bottom up in real
Yeah,
life. Because at least your stocking stuffers, you could get
yeah,
there.
like if that's where you need to stay in your lane, stay in your lane. Quit trying to do too much. Like your kids are still going. Is at least they getting something. In some kids that's not going to get anything.
They
So
won't even know.
yeah, just stay in your lane. That's my final thoughts. Stay in your lane.
You stay in your lane when you're young. You'll teach your kids to stay in their lane now. I can only drink alkaline water right now. That shit is expensive. So I just came from the Dollar Tree because to get me some more water. I'm not
You
paying the
gotta go
price
to.
that it costs.
I'll go to the alkaline store. It's cheaper.
See, you learn new things every day. I didn't even know there was an alkaline store.
I go
But
there, get the fresh water. It's cheaper. I pay like my thing is like 2.5 gallons and I pay like $4.50. I go like every 2 days, every 2 or 3 days.
oh, well, see there. If you practice good habits, they'll follow you along your life. I'm being for real, y'all. From an HR perspective, from a working with kids perspective, from you have no idea how much shit I touch and what I see. And then she's a nurse. You also see you the more you work with people, you get to see how bad decisions have impacted them. Um, and we could do better as
Mm-hmm.
a culture. As an okay. So we will see you next week. And next week we'll be back to talking shit. And then the next week we will be back to giving tips. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
I'm trying to tell you.